Hey, everybody. Ben Clapper here with Louisiana Right to Life, and I'm here with a champion in the State House, Representative Kellee Hennessy Dickerson. If you could just tell us what district you're in and where do you represent?
I'm District 64, and I represent Livingston Parish and East Baton Rouge Parish. And I am such a proud pro life advocate, Ben.
Well, we are honored to work with you here in the state capitol. And Representative Dickerson just passed out of the House Education Committee House Bill 476, which is a Safe Haven Awareness Act in public schools. Tell me a little bit about it and what caused you to bring this legislation.
Well, there was a young girl. She was 14 years old, and she had a baby, a full term baby. And she delivered the baby. Apparently, her parents didn't know about it. She put the baby in a tote bag. And when the sheriff's office and paramedics got there, um, the baby was deceased. And Ben, we really believe that had she known and she realized that the safe haven law existed, the QR codes on there, 911, she could have placed the baby in fire department, police custody, anything. I mean, the baby was healthy. And I feel like two lives were lost just like this. And so we proposed the safe haven law, if you will, putting the safe haven law in every restroom in junior highs and high schools and public and charter schools. And we're hoping that this will bring awareness and that solitude, that instant whenever a young person is in the restroom and having that moment and they're going through a situation, maybe they will stop and think and bring that awareness to think, I could put my child in a safe home and oh, it gets me emotional, but lives would be saved and we could save a child. And it passed. It was very little opposition to it, but it gives you so much hope. And to think that if people are out there watching and they're like, oh, the safe, oh yes, it exists, because there are young people that are going through so much. There's so much peer pressure. There's so many things, but if we can do anything, anything in this world, then our jobs as lawmakers, and I say public servants, we're leaving it better and we're saving a child, and that's what it's all about.
Well, that's beautiful, and I'm really grateful to you for bringing this and having the courage to bring this forward and having the heart to bring it forward. And just to think, if that young woman had just called 911, the Safe Haven Law allows law enforcement to come and pick up the child as long as the baby has no sign of abuse,
No abuse.
up to 60 days of age, and that baby would have been protected, and the mother's life would be much better than where she is facing today. And then last week, and we learned in Gretna there was a child in a porta potty, an infant, heartbreaking, and all of these things could have been stopped and helped with more knowledge about the safe haven law, which is what your bill does.
Yes, the safe haven law is out there, and there's no questions asked. There's no charges filed.
Right.
But in this particular case, this young child, if you will, a 14-year-old child who had a full term baby, now her life is over as well. So two lives lost. But the safe haven law exists. No questions asked. You can have a full term baby, and it's we can make a difference. So anyone watching this, utilize this. And a piece of paper, a small piece of paper is a small price
Yeah,
for the life of a
absolutely.
child. How can we go wrong? So,
Absolutely.
what a great partnership
Oh,
for me to have the honor to work with Louisiana Right to Life. If we can get this in every restroom, and if some school does not have the resources to make copies to put it in restrooms, I'll be glad to bring the copies
you'll
to
make the
them.
copies on your printer and
I
bring them to
will.
them yourself.
I will. I'll be glad to do that, and it's a small price
Mhm.
to put it on the restrooms and let young people realize the male locker rooms, the restrooms as well as the female,
Right.
to let them know that it's out there, it's available, and we can save the life of a child.
Well, thank you for carrying this bill, and we look forward to it coming on the House floor in the coming weeks and then passing the Senate and going to Governor Landry's desk. So thank you, Representative
Thank you,
Dickerson.
Ben.
Spread the word about this bill. And from the state capitol, Ben Clapper with Louisiana Right to Life. Have a great day.